Hey, my name is Shi and welcome to my daily life. So in the first two episodes about how you can express yourself, I actually literally said nothing about the technique or the method that you can use to learn it. I tried to motivate you so that you can see the benefit behind it. But in this episode, I will share with you a 3-step guide how you can learn how to express yourself. By the way, if you didn't watch the first 2 episodes so far, you will find the link to the video in the description below. Okay, let's start with the 3-step guide. But first of all, I want to say that this guide is created for you to learn how you can transfer what is in your mind, what you are thinking, into reality, so that you feel comfortable to just say it immediately without any kind of doubt or overthinking. And all the 3 steps are on different level. Maybe you feel comfortable with step number 1, then you can just skip it and jump straight away to step number 2. Okay, let's start with step number 1. And step number 1 is to write down your emotion. And I would recommend you to pick pen and paper every time when you feel a great amount of emotion inside you, and then just write them down. And I think this is really the best and fastest way to learn more about yourself, but also to express your emotion. Even so, to just express it to yourself, but this is a really good way. When I had depression and had a lot of those kind of mental breakdown and emotional breakdown, I just grabbed my notebook, pen, and wrote down all the thoughts that went through my mind, right? And in this moment, I really felt that I could let something go. And it really felt liberating to do this, just to write all the things down and just like be open and just let it flow, right? It's a really good exercise to start with. And I know at the beginning it's really hard for you to have this kind of discipline and just do this, right? That's why I prepare 4 questions for you. And I want you to grab pen and paper and try to answering following questions. You can pause this video if you want, or just do it at the end of this video. And the first question that I want you to answer is, what was the happiest moment in your life? And the second question is, how did you feel back then? The third question is, what was the saddest moment in your life? And the fourth question is, what was the emotion back then? Those are the 4 questions that I prepared for you. So please take your time and really answer them honestly, and really take your time to do this and just let all the emotion flow. The reason why I asking you this kind of a question is that this will amplify your emotion from your past, and by writing them down you will feel it's basically the same like at the beginning what I wanted to say you, that you feel comfortable with expressing your emotion. So if you finish with step number 1, or if you already did it in the past, like maybe you have a journal, or just I don't know, maybe you already start to write down your emotions somewhere, then I want you to read them out loud. If you're doing this exercise, you will really go a step further. Because at step number 1, you just write them down. And for most of us, writing stuff down is less personal. And by speaking them out loud, you really stretch yourself. You really, just need to go a step further. For example, if you answer the 4 questions that I provide you, you can start to read them out loud and really try to feel it. Really try to feel the emotion when you had your happiest moment in your life and also the saddest moment in your life. And just read out loud what you wrote down. So if you feel comfortable with step number 1 and step number 2, you are prepared or well prepared for step number 3. And step number 3 is to speak with someone else about your emotion. And I know most of you knew that this will come, right? But this is really a necessary step for you to do. And I would recommend you to do this with a stranger. Well, because for me, it was less pressure to talk with a stranger about my emotion, because they don't have any kind of presumption about myself, right? And if I'm doing this with a friend, I always have this kind of pressure that I need to show them the person that they used to see me, right? But not really the person that I actually am. And this is why at the beginning I would recommend to do this as a stranger. But if you feel confident enough to speak it with a friend, or if you feel more trust with your friend and feel more comfortable to do this with your friend, then do it with your friend. So those are the 3 steps how you can learn how to express yourself, your emotion to other people. So first of all, write them down. And this is the easiest way to approach this process. And as a second step is to read them out loud. This will train you to feel comfortable to speak your emotion out loud. And the last step is to actually have a conversation about your emotion with someone. Maybe with a stranger if it's less pressure for you, or with your friend if you feel enough trust to do this with your friend. I hope you enjoyed this video and also the guide that I shared with you. And also comment in the comment section below which step you think might help you the most. And as always, thank you for watching and see you next time on my next video.